Well, hey, it's a new week of live streams. If we assume the week starts on Monday or even Sunday, I don't stream on Sundays anymore. I think no matter which day of the week you think is the start of the week, this is the first stream of the week. There you go. That's a little bit of insight to start things off. And while I wait for people to arrive, I'm just going to peel myself some. What's that on there? I'm going to do some dermatology on my orange. So I got a blocked pore. Is that dirt? Or something else? Oh, I got rid of it. There we go. This is, I admit, an odd thing to do. Anyway, I'm going to stop doing that and I'll do some other odd things. But peeling an orange. Fucking shitballs. Why can't I peel this orange? Holy falcon shirt balls. Try again. Oh, that's working. Why did I have that little aberration? I don't know. Anyway, just doing weird little things while I wait to see if anyone's joining the stream. Wasn't intending on making any cocktail videos tonight. Oh, that's just a charging cable. I was wondering what that was. But who knows? Well, who knows if I'll even stay on the stream. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. And I don't know why I'm saying everything in a sing-song voice, but that's a thing I tend to do. So, you know, no real surprises. Oh, fucking motherfucker. Swearing's another thing I tend to do. No surprises there. Oh, that's probably enough of that anyway. Trying to trim a bit of pith so it's not so bitter in my drink. I also have a bit of a weird fascination with how this pith dries out over a day or so. Don't know what that says about me, but it's a thing I do. Okay, now I'm going to pour myself a drink. Where are we going? 3 minutes. This is a very, very quiet start to proceedings. Sometimes it's just like that, though. Note to be done. Anyway, orange peel in my drink. 'Cause I'm a fancy boy. I strictly speaking, I appreciate the new way of saying elegant. That's tasty. I would like it to be colder. Also, I'm going to stick a cherry in it because a motherfucking can, man. Ain't nobody can stop me. Stab. First go. Nice. Ooh, you got your new Starwood. Nice. That was the honey, if I remember. Interested in your take on it? Fucking stoked. Have you tasted it yet? Is the question. Are you saving it for a particular night, or are you gonna crack straight into it tonight, or what are we looking at? It's like, I feel like I haven't had it. It's only a couple of weeks ago I got a new Starwood. Don't know if you'll be able to appreciate the flavor while you're in the process of painting the house. You're being overcome by paint fumes. This whole house smells like methylated spirits. Oh dear. Just reminded me of a line from one of my favorite movies with Nolan and I when he goes to drink a lighter fluid. He goes, "Don't drink that. Even the wankers in the park drinking meths won't drink that." Nonsense. This is a far superior drink to meths. The wankers can't afford it. Yeah, you want to be in a good taste space, and smell is a very powerful part of it. Be very distracting. How long do you think the smell's going to linger? The terrible metho paint smell. Yeah, yeah. You don't want to demean a good quality drink with just awful smells to dominate your senses. Making a bold choice. Oof, you need to leave a week. Okay, so you're not done yet, and you think it'd be another week after you're done. Damn. How long till you're done? I was wondering how long you have to wait. Oh, okay, here's big talk. Doing something you never thought you'd do, thought you'd never do. Ooh, what does that literally mean? Taking a slash to the Laserdisc collection. Does that mean you're selling them? Yes, yes, I know you've been getting. Where do you need it just for the space? If you're getting 4K movies. Mm. Mm. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're going to find that you've got the movie twice, Laserdisc and 4K. What's that ice doing? Yeah. Where's my ice? Just making clicking noises. All right, so classic 90s stuff. Aliens, Die Hard, Godfather, Indiana Jones. So they're going on sale, are they? The laser discs? Yeah, well, or I guess it depends which version of the laser disc you had, but I'd heard the Laserdisc version of Star Wars was the closest to the original cinematic release. Hey, Rays, what's up, man? Glad you made it through that shift the other night where you posted that horror story. Jesus. Your life is fraught, my friend. All sorts of hairy situations. But I guess that's life as a security guard as well. No, it sounded, Jesus, that sounded so close to going really pear shaped. So I'm glad you're so fucking lucky. because did not sound great. Yeah. I love the word unstabbed. Another life, 10 out of 10. You don't come out of that unstabbed. That's such a good word, unstabbed. How'd work go? Well, I'm unstabbed. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. The original Star Wars, exactly like the original. Well, Lucas got, started obsessively changing it. Nice. Raspberry Mars bar. Take the wins you can. Well, speaking of taking the wins, the last week I had the supposedly Coke flavored Oreos. Tonight, I have the Oreo flavored Coke Zero specifically. And I haven't tasted this. I thought I'd save it to try on strip. Oh, Nick and Nora glasses. Nice. They are. They are a bit fancy, Nick and Nora's. I like them. Ray's just in Woolworths. There's some weird crossover limited edition promotion. Coke flavored Oreos and Oreo flavored Coke. I do love the sweet and sour twisties. I got a little packet the other day, was half price. So like, okay, I can't resist getting another little packet of the sweet and sour twisties. Yeah, no, there are some weird limited things at Woolies at the moment. Yeah, I mean, I'm not guaranteeing every Woolies has it, but that's where I got it. So, what is it? What does it say here? Oh, there's a thing. It says it's like besties forever, except that they've covered up forever with a thing saying limited time. Besties for a limited time. Fizzy cookie flavored. Scan here to enter bestie mode. Well, okay, I actually have to do that. I did. There's a code on here. QR code. Come on, there we go. What is this? Besties for a limited time. Sync with your bestie on Spotify to explore new tracks. Oh, okay. I probably should do something on this weird shit for my cocktail channel. Oh, well, I got a 6-pack of these elegant little cans. I haven't tried. I've seen those sausage on bread thins. I haven't tried them. Of the various Twisties flavors, they did the raspberry ones early this year or last year. They were fucking terrible. The donut ones were great. Sweet and sour ones are great. Oh God, Ray's an update to the shift story. Request an extra guard for safety in case you get stabbed. Yes. 8,500 next shift would be nice to know, a bit safer. Definitely. Oh, but they actually chose to cut a shift, so you got less protection. Well, that's stupid as hell. Hey, Justin, how you going? Need to decide, okay, if I'm going to make a cocktail with Oreo Coke, to decide what it'll be. Oh, God, you got police batons. Damn. Breaking out the Oreos. Nice. Yeah, they smell like Coke. Yeah, I don't know if they're a thing. I don't know if they really taste like Coke, though. Trucker Andy. Why aren't you sourcing curse? Because I'm really fucking lazy. And that's what's local. Basically. I'm not going to pretend there's any other reason apart from I'm lazy as fuck. And there are no good alternatives within like a suburb of me. So I had meatball pasta. I had, I guess, elaborate sausage sandwiches. I cooked up some mushroom and onion and some sausages, and then I put it all in a wrap and put cheese on top and baked that. So you could call it an elaborate tomato sandwich. Sorry, not tomato, sausage sandwich I had for dinner. It was fucking yummy. Colson will save me IGA to spend it. I think it varies. Like Surfers bring out Aldi. I have no idea where Aldi source things, but there is no Aldi conveniently near me anyway. Yeah. Yeah, that's me being sophisticated, Surfer. No ordinary sausage sandwich for me. Okay, so if you're agreeing IGA is a ripoff, okay, fine. Go to sausages in Iraq. Okay. I think there's a reference there I'm not getting. All right, everyone agrees IGA is overpriced. Okay, I don't really go there because there isn't one locally. Anyway, time to try the cake. You know what I love looking in Aldi? The center aisle. You know where they have the weird shit? I just love looking because I can't believe they're selling it. It's a place that's selling fruit, veg, groceries, and just the most unpredictable shit in the middle. I love looking at that. I paid attention just for you, Safa. Busy as fuck today. Way over twice as many people in the city today as compared to Monday. A lot of people. Think that Aldi brands are associated with. Oh yeah. Is the interesting thing like it's kind of like Costco. Like yeah, you get Costco Kirkland booze and Aldi booze. They don't say where they source the booze, but rumor has it they source it from quite reputable distilleries. Just repackage it. Yeah, that's it. The off-brand chips and snacks I can't really go for either. But yes, the fresh fruit and veg, yeah. Raise this. Aldi selling welty helmets. I love the random shit. I really do. Ooh, Safa with the big calls. Aldi chocolate better than Cadbury's. I don't eat that much chocolate, and I honestly couldn't rank Aldi's because I don't recall last time I had it. I'm sure I have had it at some point. All right. Now is the time. ASMR can opening. Okay, strictly say you're agreeing. Aldi's chocolate is good. Yeah. Yeah. Some hiss and bubble ASMR. All right. Was it kind of smells like chocolate? Hey Greg, how you doing? Oh, that's actually really nice. It's kind of just kind of tastes like vanilla Coke to me. Oh my god, that's genuinely good. It's really sweet, and it's artificially sweet. This is Coke Zero, no sugar. So, oof, that's actually genuinely nice. Yum. So vanilla Coke's your favorite. This is like a lighter, sweeter vanilla Coke. God, it's actually pretty good. Damn. God, it's this really lingering sweetness on the tongue. Oh, hell, you're going to town. Safa lamb casserole. I'm probably having takeaway with the offspring tomorrow. And so knowing them, it'll be like ramen or something. It's their favorite. We shall see. Yeah, gots to try it. I think it is. Do I notice vanilla and vanilla Coke? Well, I almost never get it, so I'm not in a position to judge vanilla Coke. Oh, right. You're saying it's like wine. Sometimes you get a really strong one. Okay. Suffer. I freaking love churros, honestly. Churros are yummy. Okay. So this freaking Oreo Coke is a winner. Oh, God, that's fucking yummy. God damn. All right. Now I have to expend a bit of brain power in what cocktail to make with Oreo Coke. Got to be something a bit more imaginative than just rum and Coke or whiskey and Coke. Or does it have to be more inventive than that? I don't know. Got to think about it. I think that's where Melbourne's going to. Credit card or phone app to pay for public transport. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I missed this. Strictly Sega. Churros with Hershey's caramel. Getting veggies, think about. Well, I love the churro place we have here. Was it Sancho or whatever? You get dipping chocolate with your churros. Fucking awesome. Right, show your person who doesn't like churros. Show a person that was harmed as well. Yeah, what's not to want? Amazon's a shit company. Amazon is fucking garbage who treats their workers like filth. All the Amazon executives should be in fucking prison. Yeah, Sydney's had it for a while. We're lagging way behind. Well, honestly, there's an argument to be made that uh, the infrastructure for a ticketing system is more expensive than making the transport free, which I think it should be. Ugh, it's very silly. Yes, there's so much to recommend free public transport, but no government would go for it. Like they'll waste how much? Okay, I feel like Mikey was such a disaster. It cost hundreds of millions, if not billions. Let's do it. I'm going to find a history thing. Mikey cost blowout. Okay, from 2015. Massive delays and quadruple cost blowout. Auditor General's office blasted the government for mishandling 10-year Mikey contract. $550 million to develop it, honestly. Okay. Was there? So that's saying it went up to 500. Victorian Premier denies cost of blowout. Oh God, the new thing going to cost blowout. 1.7 billion contract to run Mikey for 15 years. Premier denied there was a budget blowout. Probably lying. $2008. When was that one? 2015. 2008 cost blowout for Mikey. Extra $350 million. So, there's an annual cost to run Melbourne's public transport. What's this? Budget papers. No, see, I don't know how you'd find out. I just think it's ridiculous. Anyway, just trying to work out how much it actually cost to run public transport. And so, anyway. Probably an unanswerable question because it's too complex, and also the government wouldn't release the figures. I don't know, but I think you could make a solid argument for making it free. So just in the Canberra system is called My Way. I think it's hilarious that they thought we'd call the system My Key. So no, we're just going to call it My Key, because who would say My Key for that? You fucking idiots. But that's who's My Key. Shut the fuck up. It's Mikey. Which, stupid name. I don't think I'd like. Okay, well, I was saying this was sweet and tasty. I don't think I would like to drink a lot of it. But lucky it's in these elegant slimline cans, so I'll just have one, and that will be it. Recycle me. Oh yeah, I get 10 cents back for this. Nice. I did see that all the political parties in Queensland saying they keep the 50-cent public transport in Brisbane. Vote winner with the public, apparently. Interesting security challenges with using credit cards in a ticketing system. Because, okay, that's not my area of expertise. That's a really technical question. So obviously, yeah, so the ticket readers are going to read the chip on the cards. I don't know if you can put the equivalent of a card skimmer. You get those card skimmers on ATMs. I don't know if a bad person could put the equivalent of a card skimmer on a Mikey thing to steal credit card details? Seems like they could, but it outside my area of expertise. Oh, I only saw the headlines. I need to find out. Um, Controversial welcome to country. I need to find out exactly what was said. Welcome to country. Wow. Where did all these conservative outlets and fucked in the head people think it was bad? Okay. What did the dude actually say to upset people? Giants AFL final. An unexpected comment during Welcome to Country, Greater Western Sydney's Giants finals defeat is divided Australia. Brenda Kieran, cultural educator from Metro Local Aboriginal Land Council, delivered a blunt and pointed welcome to country. Kieran took the opportunity to set the country straight for the first bounce. His comments explaining the tradition. Here this evening to perform Welcome to Country, not a welcome to Australia. Within Australia, we have many Aboriginal lands who refer to our lands as country. So it's always welcome to the lands you've gathered on. It's not a ceremony we've invented to cater for white people. It's a ceremony we've been doing 250,000 years plus BC. BC stands for before Cook. Prior to colonization, you get yourself in a lot of trouble for walking on someone else's lands without being welcome to the lands. So for me, it's always an honor to perform the ceremony. Welcome to the lands of Wongal people, home of the mighty giants. That's fucking spot on. Okay, anyone who objects to that is an absolute cunt. Okay? Absolute filth. Anyone who objects to it, fuck them. Fuck them, fuck them, fuck them. He said nothing wrong. He didn't even say anything particularly aggressive. Yep, no. All he said is it's not welcome to Australia, and this isn't invented for white people. It's tradition going back hundreds of thousands of years. Okay, everyone wants me to look on Discord, so I'm going to look on Discord. Oh, Pat went to see Zachary Levi film, Harold and the Purple Crayon. What did you think of it? Is ACT Labor becoming forever government? Yes, it is. It is a bit one-sided in Canberra, but well. 10 out of 10 for the Purple Crayon. Okay. Strictly Sega, you hated it. Difference of opinion. That's okay. I'm on Lydia Thorpe's side with a lot of things, actually. I'm not a fan of the Greens in a lot of things. It's a whole thing. Yes. Yes, Strictly Sega. Paditano Soprano decides movie ratings. Strictly Sega, from what I've read, more people agree with your ratings than Pat. I'm just happy that Pat gets this enjoyment out of the movies every week. It's great. Isn't everyone saying the Greens? Sorry, the Liberals have no chance. Sorry, Greens because of Anthony Green. Safa, I don't believe the Greens are voting with the Liberals. I think the Greens just aren't supporting Labor. And I don't think anyone really believes there's going to be a double dissolution. But who knows? Trap Not Terrible. There you go. That's M. Night Shyamalan, isn't it? I was listening to the rewatchables talking about The Sixth Sense today. It was a fun podcast. Speaking of M. Night Shyamalan, one of their regular categories, what's aged the worst? And they're just like, yeah, M. Night Shyamalan's movies. You know, blown away by The Sixth Sense and then just descending. So were you at Justin, the People's Republic of the Australian Capital Territory? So you went to the movies yesterday, Pat. Is that your normal movie day? Oh, you usually went later in the week. But anyway, glad you enjoyed it. It's good to have things to enjoy in this life. It's a good thing. Oh my God. I swear to fuck, all you need to do is see the filth who are losing their shit over that welcome to country. And in my mind, it tells you all you need to know. Labor failed to secure a Senate vote on housing policy after almost all non-government senators blocked a motion. Senate Leader Penny Wong moved to suspend standing orders. Motion defeated 38 to 21. That's not even close. But Jackie Lambie and David Pocock didn't vote against it. Labor says Greens letting the perfect be the enemy of good. Adam Bandt says he wants the government to stop bulldozing. Greens claim the Help to Buy scheme will drive up house prices. Build to Rent scheme will give an unfair tax break to developers. I mean, that sounds about right, honestly. The Grattan Institute predicts a marginal increase of 0.016%. I mean, with the Grattan, I'm just asking, was the Grattan Institute paid by the government to come up with that estimate? Albanese refused to rule out a double dissolution if they're unable to pass it. Trigger is for a double dissolution established after the same piece of unamended legislation is voted down twice. Such an election can't be held within 6 months of a regular election. Tight time frames means it's unlikely to happen. Greens want the government to amend the housing bill to include a cap on rent increases, want more investment in public housing, and a phase out of tax handouts for property developers. Well, that's the whole thing. I have no idea what the Grattan Institute is. Let's look it up. We're on the internet. Let's do it. What is the Grattan Institute? What does the Grattan Institute do? High quality, that's their own wording. High quality public policy recommendations for Australia's future. It's in the University of Melbourne. Public policy think tank established in 2008. Let's see what Wikipedia says. Non-aligned, defining itself, contributing to public policy. Partly funded by a $34 million endowment, major contributions from the federal government, Government of Victoria, University of Melbourne, and BHP. It's named after Grattan Street. It began with pressure from senior figures in the Victorian public service. Believed Australian political life lacked a heavyweight independent think tank. So it was done by the Premier's Department. Steve Bracks met with Federal Treasurer Peter Costello to define the theme. Links between Uni Melbourne, Victorian Government, Corporate Australia, with supported report from McKinsey & Company, were the basis for Premier Bracks and John Brumby to promise significant government funding for the idea. So it's funded by the Commonwealth and Victorian Government and BHP and National Australia Bank. And okay, so it's funded by a lot of people. Okay. Yeah, okay. Is the Grattan Institute left or right wing? Oh, okay. Here's someone on Reddit being angry about the Grattan Institute. The Grattan Institute is insulting. Releases some reasonable sounding reports and is insulting. Those who write the reports either have little or no experience working in schools. I'm talking about schools. Who knows? Honestly, people just arguing over it. Oh yeah, I was talking about that in a previous stream. I didn't see that ad, but I could see that's what they were doing and not happy to. But again, who under 40 would know it? But it's kind of like, who under 40 is going to vote for the ACT Liberals, or the Victorian Liberals for that matter. So yeah. Well, that's the way it goes, I guess. God, okay, this seriously tastes like confectionery. God, it's almost like fairy floss. It's wild. Under 40. Well, look at the young Liberals and the young Nationals, both infiltrated by the fash. And I don't say that just because I don't like the young Liberals or the old Liberals or Nationals. They actually were infiltrated by far-right activists who intended to subvert both the Liberal and National parties with far-right policies. Hilarious. Like internet shit posters who think they can do actual real world politics, basically. Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That's my take. My subtle and well-informed take. It's fucking shit, man. Dutton certainly is dragging everything further to the right. It's just because he's a horrible, horrible piece of shit. And yes, private school kids vote conservative every time. It's how they're raised. It's the weirdest thing. Politics was never actually mentioned in my house. Like, I didn't know who my parents voted for. And when I point blank asked my mum, she wouldn't tell me. And yes, well, it's not every single private school kid. But you asked where they're getting their voters from, and that is where they get a lot of their voters from. Like, no groups like an amorphous blob. But there's some dominant themes that come out of lots of groups in a quite consistent way. Okay, I feel like I need to have something less sweet. I mean, quite possibly, Safa. She did say once in a light-hearted way when she was going to the polling booth one time, it was raining, and a guy helped her out of the car with an umbrella, and he was a Labor guy, so she voted Labor because he was nice and gave her an umbrella. Safa, if you don't, sorry, Justin, if you don't think the overwhelming majority of private school kids are indoctrinated with conservative politics and go on to be lifelong conservatives, I think you're fooling yourself. You know, based on every piece of publicly available information, they're just dominated. Those environments are dominated by just horrible little shitbags. So 80s when you didn't talk about who you supported, walking down the street telling everyone your dad's voting John Howard, and your mum was just saying, shut up. Because Hawke and Keating were actually pretty popular. Like, I think they were more popular than any Labor government we've had since then. I could be wrong. Agree to disagree, Justin. I don't think the evidence supports you, but I'm literally just talking opinion. I don't have detailed analysis to support that. And it's dangerous to just go with what you think. Because I'm just talking about, it's what I think. Trust me, bro. That was during the last Hawke. Oh, God, the Keating thing was fucking hilarious. Because Hawke had made a deal with Keating to step aside and then backed out of it and just expected Keating to eat shit. And Keating went, fuck you. And just went to the back bench. And Hawke eventually cracked under the pressure and handed over to Keating, thoroughly expecting Keating to lose the next election. And then Keating miraculously beat Hewson. So that was a wild time. But yeah, Hawke and Keating were both neoliberals anyway. Just Hawke was an extremely effective populist. I don't know what you're referring to. Rudd did not do anything. Rudd, I think, from sleep deprivation and maybe his innate bad nature, uh, just got very abrasive with everyone, and people couldn't stand his behavior. And Rudd didn't have a fucking choice going to the backbench. Rudd got hurled to the backbench. Very different, Safa. Very, very, very different. Rudd was hurled to the backbench as a result of the leadership stoush, whereas Keating, who wasn't leader but believed somewhat correctly that he was carrying the Hawke administration policy-wise, just said, fuck you, I'm sitting on the backbench and having nothing to do with policy until they're gone. So, and it worked remarkably. Sorry, what's that? Just who's the fuck was Vic Premier for most nutties? Oh, Jeff Kennett. Well, it was the same thing that happened with Rudd. Now, honestly, I don't believe it. I don't believe either of those leadership stoushes should have happened. I thought that was very undisciplined on both sides. But the getting rid of Gillard to put Rudd back in was inexcusable. It was absolute fuckery. And that was had nothing but contempt for Bill Shorten since then because of him being instrumental in that happening both times. That was just unforgivable fuckery. And I used to have a really high opinion of Rudd, nothing but contempt for him after his behavior and that. But to be fair, my contempt was shared around quite a lot of the Labour Party for that fuckery. And yes, and it ruined Labour for 10 years. Yeah. It was just a shit show. It was extremely poor behavior. Like, it's like, it was the weirdest thing. There wasn't actually a move on Rudd. It's just there was going to be. And so he resigned because he didn't want to face a spill and lose. So he resigned. A lot of people forget that. But then he just sat in the backbench, destabilizing, and because the media love shit stirring, they played it up all along, and some spineless fuckheads in the Labour Party let it happen. And it was hilarious. Like, it was so disastrous for Labour, the leadership spill, and then the Libs did it. It was unbelievable. Like, doing it twice. It was just like, no, did you not see how disastrous and destructive this is? Like, it's a really bad thing to do. Why would you take the worst lesson possible from Labour? It was a terrible thing to do. But, they did it. And I have to admit, I laughed a lot. Particularly when Abbott got in the neck, because fuck that guy. Justin, I have no idea what you mean by that. Also, because I don't pay a huge amount of attention to Green's policy, so I don't know what you're referring to. How about suck my balls, you brain dead shit sucking cunt? I desperately wanted a legendary Bill Shorten. What the fuck? What the fuck are you actually fucking talking about? You fucking shit eating cunt. Find a single fucking, like, I make videos. Find a single fucking video where I say Bill Shorten is good. Fuck you. Fuck you, you sniveling, shit sucking, knuckle dragging fuckwit. Go and eat some more fucking horse shit, you fucking loser. Jesus, Ray's. Sorry, I feel like I'm stealing your thunder, Ray's. I feel it's the thing you always like doing, but it's just like you're a fucking coward on top of everything. Oh, look, fuckhole, and I would never have ever used the phrase unlosable climate election. Did I want the Conservatives to lose every election they go up in? Yes, I do. I've never once championed Bill fucking Shorten. Fuck you, you lying, shit-sucking cunt. You absolute worthless, sniveling pile of shit. Fuck you, you fucking loser. Get absolute fucked. Get fucked, you lying fucking sack of shit. I had nothing but contempt for Shorten because of how he behaved with getting Gillard knocked off. That was spineless horseshit. They should have fucking came down hard on fucking Rudd when he was causing all the trouble. Instead of letting go ahead, it was just gutless fuckery. Oh my God, you're a boring cunt. And the only reason you're still there is I thought Ray's would want to have a go. Did he say he was going to work? You'll be really disappointed. This is the sort of thing he likes going. 8:40. He was there 15 minutes ago. Jesus Christ. I just don't understand why someone would be that much of a loser, honestly. Fuck's sake. I actually, since finding out a significant number of scam callers are actually like held against their will, some in near slave-like conditions, I haven't been able to bring myself to abuse scam callers. I think it's only a minority of them. As I said, I think it's only a minority of the scam callers who are held in those conditions. But there are people held in just appalling ways by criminal gangs. I don't know. What's his retirement package like? It's probably pretty good. I don't know. Yeah, like Cypher, the only reason that guy lasted so long is because Ray's always gets upset when he misses the opportunity to rip on someone, but they're just like super boring. Every now and then I mess with them. Particularly if Mrs. Angry's around, like I'll put them on speakerphone and do really stupid things and see how long I can keep them on while I'm doing stupid things. Give Mrs. Angry a laugh. I know, he's going to be so disappointed, Safa. That opportunity hasn't been around for a while. Oh, well. A missed opportunity. What are you going to do? It's a whole thing. It's just so weird that ththese right-wing fuckwits have to say the same dumb shit every time. Could Mrs. Angry use her counselling skills on what or whom? Yeah, when in an election cycle, it was just such a weird angle to take. Don't say you don't love Bill Shorten. You do love Bill Shorten. It's like, dense motherfucker. Do I want the libs to lose every election? Yes. I'm not seeing the connection between counselling and scam callers. People have to want counselling. Yep. Well, here's the thing, Strictly Sega. His absolutely appalling, disgusting behavior with the ousting of Gillard just made me lose all respect. Like I said, I had such high hopes for Kevin Rudd, and he just went off there. Oh my God. I don't think... yeah, I think I felt really bad when Morrison won that. I was appalled beyond belief that Morrison won that election. Like, it defied any sort of rationality. It's just like, wow, that's how much power the corrupt media in this country has. It's like, fuck me. I think I was worse than disappointed at that Morrison win, just for so many reasons. Like I said, because I want the Libs to lose every election, but Morrison and his hideous fucking evangelical shit is just a fucking abomination. Yeah, it was like the Murdoch lies went really hard and heavy, and Labor did not cope very well. Yes, the real Prime Minister was Rupert Murdoch. Yeah, it shouldn't have worked. It absolutely should not have worked, but Labor just did not react very well to the smear campaign. Oh, geez, careful what you say, Strictly Sega. I think the evidence is the junior Murdochs, who, when I say junior, they're only in their 50s, we're going to push things in an even more conservative direction than Rupert. But definitely less influence than before, but I think you're right, Justin. Still a scary amount of power. Sorry, I just thought that one was like Safa saying you met Morrison in person. She's saying, "Did you grab your hand and try and shake it?" Oh my God, I'd forgotten about that debacle, like during the bushfires. God, it's so easy to forget what a colossal clusterfuck the Morrison government was. Like, went on holidays to Hawaii and, like, the worst bushfires in ages, and then acted like he hadn't, and then he acted like it wasn't a problem, and fucked up the response to COVID, fucked up several different aspects of the response to COVID. It was just like, how are you so bad? Yeah, that guy who leaned out of the truck, tell Prime Minister, get fucked. I did like him. But it's just like, it just shows how not human Morrison is. That it's like, catastrophic bushfires in Australia, I think I should fuck off to Hawaii. And but I booked it with the family. So fucking what? Dead shit. You don't go. And then his office lied about it for a while. And it's just like, fucking hell. What a fucking shit show. Oh yeah, Streaky Sega, the Trump thing was bizarre. That guy was going to take it. What a fuckwit. The guy who was planning to take a shot at Trump. Fucking moron. Apparently he's so obsessed about Ukraine that he decided he should shoot at Trump. And it's just like, what a fuckwit. Like, just a moron. Like, that was a stupid thing to do. A stupid, indefensible thing to do from someone who's just detached from reality. I mean, I have to admit, when I first heard it, I was thinking like, this is going to be a Trump supporter trying to get sympathy for Trump. But when they had ID the guy, like, oh no, it was a straight up fucking idiot, detached from reality, just doing a really fucking stupid thing. Well, Gary Busey, speaking of people who are detached from reality, there were some pictures of the guy's got his shirt up here with his nipples out, and I'm going like, why, cops? Why are you parading him around with his shirt lifted up and his nipples out? What is that about? Good Lord. But it was very strange. Oh God. Just it's unhinged. Everything that's happening is just it's not in any rational it's not operating in any rational person's reality. It's just weird. The whole fucking Americana. It's I will say Trump doing the weird shit about Taylor Swift, I think he's going to get Taylor Swift attacked. Not making any sort of joke. I think he's made it almost inevitable. And also, if like the Harris campaign gets to the election without someone taking a shot at them or a shooting plot being thwarted, if that doesn't happen, I'll just be fucking amazed, honestly, because they're just not on any sort of speaking terms with sanity, the Trump supporters. Yeah, eating the dogs and cats. I mean, what the fuck? And it's just, it's just radiating. Things are not gonna be good. It just seems like things are gonna be bad. Huh. Putin wants more troops. As I feel, are they like doing conscription in Russia? Here we go. This is your summary of what's happening, Justin. Former president seeking return. Two old guys running. Incumbent drops out. Candidate gets shot. Well, okay, Trump did not get shot at in the most recent one. There was someone lying in wait who was definitely gonna take a shot at him, but was actually spotted by the Secret Service. The shots were fired by the Secret Service at the shrubbery where the guy was hiding. But both of them were just... It was just really strange. Like the kid who did take the shots at Trump and got killed is like... did not seem to be on good speaking terms with reality. Like, it wasn't your traditional politically motivated thing. It was just so freaking strange. Yes. Candidate is a convicted felon One who has been found by a court to have raped a woman. When Trump lost his defamation suit against E. Jean Carroll, E. Jean Carroll's defense was truth. Trump had raped her. The judge finding in her favor is the judge saying, yeah, the evidence suggests she's telling the truth. So it's not just, convicted felon on, he can argue, oh, Trump. He has been found by a judge to have raped a woman. And he's got several freaking serious allegations of sexual assault against him from other women as well. But he has literally been found by a judge to have raped a woman. So, no, as a judge. Hey, Rays. Oh, where have you been? You missed the troll. I let him stay on for ages because I thought you always say you want to rip into people, but he was just getting real boring. Oh God, you've posted more memes. Love me. Oh, AI generated images. The shrubbery. Yes. The Secret Service bringing a shrubbery. Yep, sorry, dude. I kept him on for ages. Bringing shame to your family. Damn it. Yep, sorry. And also, he just wouldn't shut the fuck up, and he was really boring. I mean, there's so many legitimate things to have a go at me about, quite honestly. So to just make something up is so fucking strange. But rest assured, I did spend a couple minutes just swearing at him. Telling him what a piece of shit he is. It's one of those things. C'est la vie. It's like I don't really give a shit when people disagree with me, but when someone's getting boring, and particularly if I'm getting pissed off and say, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. Well, you know what comes next. I'm going to tell you to shut the fuck up some more. Sorry, for some reason, I still had that ABC story about the ACT Liberals open that you linked to, Justin. And so the last Liberal Chief Minister of the ACT has even jokingly compared himself to Nicholas II, last Tsar of Russia, who was executed in 1918 after the Bolsheviks seized power. What a wacky thing. So they're saying the only crossbenchers are being Greens, but maybe not this year. Who knows? It's wacky stuff. Raise patrol when your dad's wedding ring in your house. Yeah, well, the moment slipped away. Oh dear. Memes. That's the whole thing. Ooh. So I'm going to put some of my non-alcoholic clarified blood orange cordial. Put a little bit of that in there. I like that. The thing I just decided to make because it was blood orange season. Someone should be calling you. Well, it was really weird that you were away just at the time this person decided to go full troll. Because it was just popping up randomly for a while, and I was like, yeah, well and good. And then just weirdly went full troll, just saying really stupid shit. And I was just like, all right, bye. It's like, it's the double barrel. Boring trolls who won't shut the fuck up. Just like, yeah, sorry, I'm not going to indulge that horse shit. What the fuck? Never heard of them. Jeremy Johans. Movie reviews like ever thumb up to the Matt Walsh movie. Yeah, well, that's just ideology. Because there's no way it's a well-made film. So him doing that is just, he's a misogynist fuckwit. Whoever that person is, and I've never heard of them. Okay, now I need to look them up. Jeremy Johans. Jeremy. Wait, how do we spell that? Jeremy Johans. Jeremy Johns, film critic. Ugh. I was saying he agrees with the premise of the Matt Walsh, am I racist? It's just like, well, yeah, you are. That's just that bullshit right-wing grift. I actually there's some more news podcast I quite like. Did just a technical review of Lady Ballers and just showed why it was a badly made film. Oh yeah, okay, a bit more fun. Uglies on Netflix. I did like it. I was a big fan of the books back in the day. They simplified it. They dumbed it down a bit because it's not even a long movie. It's like, only just over an hour and a half, which is great that they had the discipline to do that. But they dumbed it down a bit because one of the things I really like about the Uglies world is the people who control the city are saying real things like, it's like the collapse, because it's in our future, and the collapse of our society, caused by environmental degradation. It was bad, and their attempt to sort of give everyone a level playing field. Everyone has this cosmetic surgery to be pretty, and so people aren't judged by their appearance because everyone looks pretty. So you've got this dystopian regime that actually makes a couple of good points, and then you find out that they're all taking it too far. They just they dumbed it down a little. I liked it. I thought it was quite well done, and I do admire the discipline of just doing a 1 hour 40-minute movie. So Ray's used to be in a suburb group for Boldiviz. Some bug decided to troll you, troll back, decided to threaten you, not realizing the inevitable. So a few days later, yeah. So I think Uglies is worth watching, basically. And I feel like they had to simplify it to make it to adapt a book into a movie. Is that how you pronounce that? Beldiviz? But yeah, I think Uglies is worth watching. It's a question of, because there are, well, there's a core trilogy. They did do a fourth book that was peripheral to the first three. But yeah, if they're going to do the second two, it'd probably take a couple of years because that's how long movies take to make. I hope it's successful enough they do the others. But yes, the trilogy is Uglies, Pretties, and Specials. What is Bill Davies, by the way? Because I don't know what that is, as you can tell, because I was mispronouncing it. So I don't actually know what it is. Oh, it's a suburb. Okay. Oh yeah. So you don't want to start shit. Jesus. You don't want to start shit on a community page, because of course you're going to fucking run into the person on the community. Wow, that person sounds real stupid. Did I say Bill Divas? I think I did say something. I think that is how I pronounced it first time. Oh God, what make was it? Because there's a few different name ones. The peanut butter whiskey. I had the sheepdog one a while back. I said ball divis. Ball divis. The most famous one was called Screwball. I had another one called Sheepdog, which just tasted like peanut brittle. It was so sweet. It did not taste like whiskey. It just tasted like peanut brittle. So if you wanted a really sweet peanutty drink that would also get you drunk, it's perfect. There's a Mandura near Dubbo, and we say Mandura. I'm going to say Mandura. Oh, you got sheepdog. Okay, yeah. Well, for my taste, it's like liquid peanut brittle. So if you like peanut brittle, it was just wicked sweet. Does not taste like whiskey at all. So get drunk on something that sounds like no. I made Ray's cry with how I pronounce Mandura. That's how we pronounce it in Dubbo. Cockburn's one of my favorite. That's always pronounced Coburn, but it's so hard to resist saying Cockburn. Like I remember there was a musician in the 80s, Bruce Cockburn, and it was Cockburn. I think, what do you have? Roland, he had a great song called Roland. Did you say Mandra? We gotta say Mandura. Yeah, get yourself and your friends drunk. Real easy to get drunk on freaking sheepdog because it doesn't taste like alcohol. Yeah, as I said, bonus points if you like peanut brittle because that's what it tasted like to me. Trying to think, Bruce Cockburn had another one, but there's again, I always loved the name of the track, Roland the Headless Thompson Gunner. He's a Canadian, Bruce Cockburn. Oh, he's still alive, 79. All right, I'm trying to remember what were his 80s songs that I knew. Early career, 80s and 90s. That's it. If I Had a Rocket Launcher. That was the one I really liked. If I had a rocket launcher, some son of a bitch would pay. But the two I remember was If I Had a Rocket Launcher and Roland the Headless Thompson Gunner. Damn. Yeah, but it's really common bonding with people through drinking. It's not the healthiest way to do it, both physically and mentally, but I think it's the inhibition reduction that makes a lot of people use it as a get to know people, the drinking. Kananara. Isn't that oral sex on a woman, Kananara? Something like that, anyway. No, lots of people women bond over drinking. Introverts bond over drinking. Oh, yeah, that's right. That suburb's actually, there's a book named after that suburb, the Kama Sutra. It's that Indian sex book. That's what you're talking about? Oh, no. Don't want to be laughing with broken ribs. that's a good one. Hey, goodbye. Oh, yeah. I mean, I always acknowledge that drinking is unhealthy, but yeah, no, look, it works for a lot of people because of the inhibition reduction. It's that simple. But yeah, exactly. I can't tolerate this shit without a drink. Well, drinking non-alcoholic stuff at the moment. I have consumed alcohol this evening, though. Not a lot, but some. Probably not even at the half tip. Like I probably would not blow .0. I'm not going to drive anywhere, but I don't think I'd blow .05 at the moment. But yes, it's a whole thing. Safa, how could I tolerate you people without alcohol? I've done it without drinking. What was the 2 times? One, because I was on medication and I couldn't drink. Well, was recommended to not drink alcohol with it. So I think it was like 10 days of not drinking and I still did streams. And what was the, COVID. Yeah. Okay. When I had COVID, I still did some streams and I wasn't drinking because, COVID and wanting to recover and drinking alcohol, not great. Oh, people often spill secrets when they're drunk. There's the old saying that, I think goes back to ancient Rome, in vino veritas. In wine, there is the truth. So you get people to tell you the truth when they're drunk. It's a very old concept that people will spill their secrets when they're drunk. I think it's harder to maintain convoluted lies when you're drunk because you have to put serious thought into maintaining lies if you've been lying about something. And alcohol impairs your cognitive abilities. You got too caught up and forgot to make a cocktail. Damn. Yeah, that's the thing. People do. They're just like, you're my best mate. I'll tell you something. Don't tell anyone. It's a secret. I'll tell you something. You'll tell me a secret when you're sober, but create a secret when you're drunk. Yep. Yes, it's certainly a time that you may sometimes do things that you subsequently don't want people to know about. But yeah, it's a whole thing. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry. I don't know why this made it pop in red. Not sure what you were referencing, 0% alcohol. But two things about not drinking alcohol that I've read recently that shit me right up the wall. One was, and I don't know who the fuck this was or what they were basing on, because you've got all those, and they're just a fad. They'll be gone in another year, I reckon. But you've got those non-alcoholic mixes. There's ones that are meant to taste like rum and ones that are meant to taste like whiskey and ones that are meant to taste like gin. Actually, making one taste like gin is probably the easiest. But there are all these non-alcoholic mixes that are meant to be substitute for spirits. And you see it, and you get canned non-alcoholic cocktails, all those things. I think they're just a fad. They're going to go away. But I was reading this article with someone going on about it. Oh, I think they could be a bad thing because, the kids can get them because they're non-alcoholic and they might develop a taste for it. And it might get kids to drink alcohol who wouldn't know. And I was like, get absolutely fucked. Honestly, what the fuck? It's just, no. It doesn't taste like alcohol. So anyone who drank those for a while and then drink alcohol would be in for a shock. B, kids aren't buying these non-alcoholic alternatives. They just aren't. It's adults who want to have something that kind of feels like, tastes like alcohol, but isn't alcohol. It's not for fucking kids. For fuck's sake. It just really pissed me off. Someone saying, "Oh, those non-alcoholic drinks could be bad because they could, get kids used to them and then they'll drink." Oh, shut the fuck up! Shut the absolute fuck up! And, yes, kids buy real rum, not fake rum. It's just the idea that kids were getting these non-alcoholic drinks was fucking ridiculous. And there was this other one. It's like one of those opinion websites, and and the headline was on this opinion piece was like, I gave up alcohol 4 years ago. Here's what I really think when you're drinking. And it was the nastiest, most judgmental piece of shit ever. Now, I'll always defend people who don't drink alcohol, people who don't want to drink alcohol, whether they used to and they've gone off or they never have. I get very angry at anyone who tries to coerce someone into drinking alcohol or who derides someone for not drinking alcohol. That's bullshit. But this article was the most obnoxious, fucked up, judgy shit. And I'm just reading it going, oh, fuck you. You've got no friends. Everyone fucking hates you because you radiate this really shit attitude. And everyone's going like, fuck them. And I could imagine people would say things like, they're no fun since they stopped drinking. But it's just like, this article was just shit. Oh my God. It's just like, this person was just the fucking worst. It's like, you are such a fucking bad advertisement for non-drinking because you're a horrible, judgmental piece of shit. And yes, I think it's why my dad thought I was gay, because I didn't drink alcohol when I was in Dubbo. So it's that straightforward. It's just, you get so judged and coerced in the country to drink alcohol. I mean, I think you do in the city too, but it's a little bit easier to avoid. It's redonkulous. But yeah. But yes, so that's two things I've read recently about not drinking alcohol that really pissed me off, which is really weird because I was not expecting to be pissed off about not drinking alcohol, because I think that's a positive thing. But there you go. People being jerks and pushing my buttons. How have I trained you well? Is this making you a snob with cocktails or something? Because that's my toxic trait is just being real fucking snobby about cocktails. Nice. Made a good one. Soph says it's as good as anybody you've been to. Good. Oh, Justin, same as not playing football. I didn't play football. Now, admittedly, I also didn't have a girlfriend, but that was Catholic guilt and insecurity that was there. But you grow up in the country, you don't drink alcohol, you don't play sport. Were you a poofter? It's obviously ridiculous. It's obviously stupid. But that's life in the country. Raise your kid around on both sides. Yeah. But again, I absolutely acknowledge going sober would be tough socially. But most people who go sober aren't judgmental fucking pricks about it. Like, I was really blown away by this article. It was so bad. And all I was thinking was, man, you just have a really toxic personality. Like, I feel like maybe, who knows, maybe alcohol suppressed your toxic, but it was just such a shitty attitude. It was terrible. And alcohol dependence is really depressing. Like, having an unhealthy relationship with alcohol. Speaking of which, I saw from Facebook memories, it's like the 3-year anniversary of when I fell asleep on a stream. Like, not on the camera, when I walked into the next room and fell asleep for several hours. That was 3 years ago. I blame it on COVID. At least I had the good nature to not fall asleep actually on camera. I didn't throw up or anything. Oh, I know. To say, although, okay, men drinking wine in Dubbo would probably get called gay too. Lots of things that get you called gay in Dubbo. It's drink beer out of the wrong glassware and they'll call you gay. It's ridiculous. I think that shows dignity that I didn't fall asleep on camera. Like, literally, okay. A lot of the people who have cocktail channels on YouTube interact online. Like, there's a Discord, and occasionally they'll do live streams. I join in on them sometimes, these live streams. But there's one where they hit it really hard and they finished the live stream and kept drinking. I missed the live stream. I found out they were on Discord. They were streaming live on Discord. And I came in, and there's this one guy still there, and he actually fell asleep sitting up in the chair, and everyone else was gone. I came in and was like, "What are you doing, Rob?" And then someone else came in and we're going like, "Is Rob dead? I don't know if he's dead." And We stayed until he woke up and go, Rob, you okay? Go to bed. You're asleep sitting up. I have no issue with people drinking some days. Yeah, no, absolutely. If it's absolute legit, not wanting to be around people drinking makes perfect sense. Why aren't you at my birthday? Yeah, got to do sobriety first. Absolutely. Yes. Lots of gays are winos. Not every wine is gay. It's true. But yeah, you've got to put yourself first in situations like that, and because like for the vast majority of my adult life, I didn't drink alcohol, which would occasionally. It's kind of funny when it would make people feel uncomfortable because they were drinking. I was like, I'm not judging you. Just go off, have a good time. Yeah, I could see it would depend on your mood on the days. But yeah, on the days when you need to not be around people drinking, it's absolutely a legit thing to do. But yeah, and that's why I think the overwhelming majority of people who don't drink alcohol, whether they're ex-drinkers who are choosing to be sober, or just people who never got into drinking, because I was that for so long, I feel like the overwhelming majority of people who are not drinking are not particularly judgmental. I mean, may well have a good laugh if someone just gets fucking plastered around you. I mean, Jesus, I still will laugh if someone gets really plastered. But oh, dude, I'm still a hater of beer. Can't fucking stand beer. Ugh, it's gross. So when I went to England, I know. Actually, that date's coming up. Wait, am I on Facebook on here? It's going to look up the memories because it was in the memories, I think. How many years ago? Where's memories? Just gonna look. Yes, sorry. 3 years ago on this day, I titled the live stream "Place Your Bets. Will he fall asleep during the stream tonight?" I think there was a right down the end. Ooh, big YouTube meetup 8 years ago. Don't do those anymore. Was it going through things? 14 years ago. No, okay, was it a bit? No, I was sure it was on the Facebook memories that I was going to England. When was that? It's not 11 years ago, 9 years ago. Oh, maybe it was another day. Must have been another day. Anyway, so one time I went to England and a guy I knew from YouTube got me into drinking cider. It was all his fault that I drink alcohol. Oh, okay. What's funny? You're saying smoking makes you think of drinking. People who give up smoking but still drink say the opposite, that drinking makes them want to smoke. Oh, well, it's what the receptors in your brain that desperately want the nicotine hit. There's a YouTube channel I like does animation. Kurzgesagt, in a nutshell, does science videos. But their one on smoking was really good. Like, they were pretty fair about it, and because they literally told you this is why smoking feels good. It's like a single inhale sends this pleasure response to your brain, like, instantly. Like, you get the hit from smoking instantly. It's not like alcohol. It takes a little while for the alcohol to get into your system, and starting to make you feel drunk. But one drag on a cigarette lights up all the pleasure centers of your brain, because your brain really wants that nicotine. Rose, you planning to quit? Broken ribs. Well, yeah, one step at a time. Oh, yeah, because we were talking about, because alcohol is carcinogenic. And the question was, how carcinogenic? And I actually looked it up. No, I think it was one packet. One packet of cigarettes is 3 bottles of whiskey. I don't think it was one ciggy. I don't remember clearly. I think it was one packet, though. Like 20 ciggies is 3 bottles of whiskey. So, yeah, someone doing 20 ciggies a day, to have the same cancer risk, you'd have to drink 3 bottles of whiskey a day, every day. Jesus Christ. You would be dead from alcohol poisoning so quick if you did that. Forget cancer. You'd just be fucking dead. Oh, you're all bloody Nicolas Cage leaving Las Vegas, and you're doing that shit. Justin, when you're at uni, a classmate did a study on why people smoke. Okay, I think. Well, because when I was young, it was like peer pressure. You're a teenager, you got to be cool and smoke. And then people, after being societally pressured into smoking, it's close to instantly addictive. And you get such a big pleasure hit from it. Speaking of which, Rosewater is going to be streamed on Civic TV. Oh, we talked about that at one point. Like, he did that movie and it bombed really badly. You going to tap out? Yeah, I'm going to bed soon. Oh yeah. But they were just saying, like, yeah, if you drink that much whiskey, you were going to die from alcohol poisoning and organ failure a long time before you get cancer. But it's basically like, yes, alcohol is definitely a carcinogen, and you could just be unlucky and get the cancer. So it's a whole thing. But yeah. So yeah, but the whole thing about that comparison is you can't really realistically compare the risk with alcohol and cigarettes with regards to cancer. And because, yeah, low risk is not no risk. Probably more at risk just from breathing air in the city, quite honestly, which is not an excuse. Not an excuse at all. And then there's the eating bacon or processed meats, generally, also carcinogenic. I remember someone posting this picture online. McDonald's in California had to have this sign on their doors saying, there's, an ingredient in our food that's a known carcinogen. And someone was playing it up like, oh, McDonald's admitting they got terrible chemicals in the food. No, it's bacon. When bacon was found unequivocally to be carcinogenic. There's a California law that they had to put a thing up saying, like, yes, there's an ingredient in our food that's a known carcinogen. So, well, hey. All right, Ray's got a question. I wait with bated breath. Always wanting to know. Do I think there'd be a third attempt, or that's it? Well, as I said earlier, I think Trump's behavior and public statements is going to trigger an attack on friggin' Taylor Swift. But even after the first attempt on Trump, I was just like, okay, the chances of there not being, at the very least, a thwarted plot, if not an actual attack against Harris and/or Waltz, is like zero. I think where the next drama is going to be is an attack on Harris and/or Waltz. Because the real friggin' hardcore nut jobs are on the Trump side, and they're feeling like it's unfair. Like the first one wasn't even anti-Trump. It's just it's impossible to know exactly what was driving. I mean, I keep calling him a kid. He wasn't very old, but it's just like he wanted to get someone. And this guy from this recent one just disconnected from reality. Like, he doesn't really hate Trump. It's just his weird, seems like his weird obsession with Ukraine was the driver. Well, tell that to kiddies with cancer, Justin. I get what you're saying, but yes, the longer you live, the more likely you are to get anything. Like, oh God, I saw a statistic today because there's this whole thing about dementia is expected to increase in the next couple of years. It's like by the time you're in your 60s, you've got about a 1% chance of getting dementia. If you live to 90, you're up to like 50-50, close enough to 50-50. Yeah. And that was disconcerting, but yeah. Basically, as you get older, your body packs it in. And of course, cancer isn't one thing, but yeah, there's no question. The longer you live, the more likely some cancer is to visit you. That's definitely correct. But yeah, it's the more likely everything is to get you the longer you live. Basically, it's just the joys of being humans. It's ridiculous. Why aren't we like was it lobsters that are functionally immortal? That if they're not killed by trauma, they just won't die? Why isn't that us? I don't know. But is it lobsters that are immortal? Let me see. Yes, it auto-completed. Also, I've got R lob, and it auto-completed. Most popular is R lobsters immortal. Second most popular, R lobotomies legal. R lobsters halal. That's a fun one. R lobsters immortal. It's not entirely clear where this myth originated, but it's a claim that persists online in the form of memes. While some animals, given the right circumstances, could be considered immortal, lobsters are not among them. There you go. Okay, but what are the ones? Like many other decapod crustaceans, lobsters continue to grow throughout their lives. Scientists call this indeterminate growth. Contrast with people, for example, we stop growing when we reach adulthood. Oh, that's probably why people said they were immortal, because they learned they'll keep growing as long as they live. Oh, why don't they? Okay. Okay. What animals are are immortal? That auto completed. Okay. Australian Academy of Science. Animals that can live forever. There's a word for growing old. Senescence. No, it's not the rock brand who sang Bring Me to Life. Oh my God, that's such a dad joke. It's not Evanescence, it's senescence. Okay, it's a jellyfish. One species has been called biologically immortal, the jellyfish Turptossus doni, small transparent animals in the ocean. There you go. There's a jellyfish that is functionally immortal. All right. Now I can go to bed knowing that. Yes, I agree. After a while, life would get boring. But now that I've nailed it down, that there is a jellyfish that's functionally immortal, I can sleep soundly with that knowledge in my head. And also confirming that lobsters aren't immortal, but everyone thinks they are. So, that's sorry. I'm gonna have this cherry before. Get my alien head. Putting a bit of flavor in the glass. Sha. Ooh, what's in? How long has this stuff been in the barrels? Just while I think of it before I go off. All right, so yeah, that was weird. The rum went in on July 27. Whiskey went in on 20th August. The rye was just gonna stay there till because that feels like I don't know. It feels like a lot of it evaporated. Oh, there's more in that, and it feels like that's evaporating too. The Angel's Share. I'm losing my boost. So when was that? July 27th and 20th of August. Ugh. Okay, I want to leave that till at least the end of the month, I think. All right. So now that I've satisfied myself the status of that. Oh no. Sneezing with broken ribs. God damn. Brutal. Oh. That's not good. Man, that cherry's really yummy though. Cherry. All right. Oh. Having eaten the cherry, that makes it sign off time. So, all right. All you fine and funky folk, take care. I'll probably be back on Thursday. You know, anything could happen. It's also not a date night. Can't that be like the 3 nights in a row? We'll see what happens But you'll take care in the meantime, and I will see you another time.